just wanted to start asking you about a couple of your teammates in that third quarter. Once you guys went to the bench, that small unit, how was that impactful, and how could that be even more impactful moving forward against a team like the Clippers where the matchup might be better?
Well, we have the ability to, play different games, play different matchups, have different rotations. I think JR and Dion definitely gives us that even more of that ability to go small, having multiple ball handlers and scorers on the floor. I thought Kuzma was excellent tonight at AC off the bench. And we just tried to, after they made a run, which we know all great teams are going to make a run in the third quarter, we just tried to combat that by making our own run. AD caught fire, just started defending a little bit more.
You guys had a couple of key stops late, of course, some from you, some from Kuzma. What was your mindset like defensively in this game as you guys just start getting integrated before the playoffs come in another couple of weeks, LeBron?
Well, I mean, we've been out for 4 months or whatever it was since the last action we had versus Brooklyn at Staples Center. So, rhythm is offensively making shots. Those things are going to take a little bit longer. To get, back to your rhythm and your flow and how you shoot the ball and things of that nature. But the one thing you can do is defend, because you can always communicate. You can communicate through mistakes that you may happen. You can, you have teammates that, back you up when you do make a mistake or whatever the case may be. So the communication and defensive side is something that should always be on point.
Hey, LeBron, it's David Gunneman. You haven't played in LA all that long, but tonight was the first time since being a Laker that you hit a go-ahead shot in the final 15 seconds of a ball game to get the win. What are you looking for in those situations? Obviously, not every time is equal, but what does your senses get heightened, or do you relish those chances?
Yeah, I mean, I love having the ball in my hands, late in the game, tie game, being down, being up. We had a 3-point game with like 40 seconds to go. We got a great look for Danny. He missed it. Paul George came back and hit a three to tie the game. And for me, just try to be aggressive. I feel like I got some contact at the elbow, by Marcus Morris. They didn't call it, but like you was told when you was a kid, to start playing basketball, if there's no whistle, you keep playing on. So I was able to follow my shot and put us up for good.
Hey, LeBron, it's Bill Oram. Hey, considering your support of Colin Kaepernick over the years and kind of what his journey has been like since he first took a knee, I'm curious what that moment was for you personally tonight.
I hope we made Cap proud. I hope we continue to make Cap proud. Every single day. I hope I make him proud on how I live my life, not only out on the basketball floor, but off the floor. I've been one to always speak out about things that I feel like that's unjust or unjust, and I always, if I'm educated on things, I always, go about it that way. Cat was someone who stood up when times wasn't comfortable, where people didn't understand, people refused to listen to what he was saying. If we go back and look at any of his post-game interviews when he was talking about why he was kneeling, it had absolutely nothing to do about the flag. It had absolutely nothing to do about the soldiers, the men and women that keep our land free. He explained that, and the ears were closed. People never listened. They refused to listen, and I did. And a lot of my people, in the Black community, did listen. And we just thank him for sacrificing, everything that he did to put us in the position today. And even, years later, to be able to have that moment like we had tonight.
Allie.
Yep, thank you, Tanisha. Tanya?
It kind of just happened, but, if you've been looking at any of my, when I send out emojis or whatever the case may be on social media, I've been putting that out as well. Just having that commitment to the Black community, having my fist up in the air. I understand how unified I want, my community, not only in my hometown, but all over the world, to know how unified, I hope we are. I want us to become, and us to be heard, and then just giving thanks to the man above for giving me an opportunity to have this platform, because nothing is possible without the grace of God, and we all know that. He's giving us the breath of life, and like I said, using this platform, using who I am, I try try to use it for the greater good. And I hope I make people proud. I hope I make my kids proud of my, not only my household, but also, like my school and things of that nature in my community.
Hey, Kyle, you guys haven't played a game in 4.5 months. What was it like for you to be back out there again tonight? And, of course, to get the win the way you guys did with LeBron getting that tip in the final seconds?
Well, we had a couple games so far. I mean, we had 3 scrimmages. As a team, we have a championship aspirations. So we took those 3 scrimmages just like games. But, playing an opponent like the Clippers, has its challenges. And I think that, we played well enough to get a win.
Kyle, what did it mean to you personally to take part in that display of unity during the national anthem?
It means a lot. That's one thing that our country is lacking right now, and that's unity. We've been such a divided country for so many years, and I think for us, the platform that we have and everyone in the world watching us right now, I think it's important for us to show that unity.
All right, you guys can take it there if you have some.
Yeah, Kyle Marketing USA today. There's so many different elements in this game, right? Like the different runs and the whistles and just getting acclimated since you guys haven't played since March. What would it take to be able to fight through all those different things?
I think once we got here, we don't think about nothing else. We don't think about what happened in the past. This is like a restart, really a new start. 4 months off, that's the whole off season. So for us to come in with limited time practicing and getting our bodies ready, and credit to our veteran team that everyone kind of came into when we had camp to be in pretty good shape, and saw a little bit of it over these past few scrimmages and games.
Obviously, it's a sensitive subject. I mean, we want to make sure that we did something as a league, the NBPA and the NBA, and all the players, just had a consensus that kneeling was best. Something that we can do as a league and be unified, and we go out here and play, not for us, but for everything that's going on around the world. And for them, I didn't know they were going to have a video up there, so I think that was pretty cool. I'm not sure they're going to do it for every game, but I think that was really cool to kind of play that video and just kind of remind us what's going on in the world, because we're so locked into this bubble. We're not out there, and seeing what's going on unless it's on social media. So for both teams to come together, the head coaches kind of switch, and us locking arms together in front of the Black Lives Matter, I think it was a powerful statement.
And with the win, check this out. Most 50-win seasons in NBA history, Lakers now tie the Celtics with the most all-time for a franchise. Not bad. Let's hear from Frank Vogel. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Frank, it's Mike back in L.A. After the Clippers made that run to start the third quarter, you went small with 80 at the 5 and put Kuz and Caruso and eventually Waiters in. What did you see there, and how did you think that unit responded and had success?
Well, Alex and Kuz have been playing exceptional basketball, all since the beginning of the restart. We were struggling with the starting unit at that point. We called a timeout. We didn't put a dent in their run. So we subbed those good 2 guys in, bring us some energy. They helped turn the game around, but really AD down the stretch of the third quarter really carried us, carried up both of the scoring load, and we were able to get right back in the game despite that early third quarter run by the Clippers.
Frank, how would you compare the atmosphere between this game and the scrimmages, and then just how that differs from the regular season game that you're used to? What was the atmosphere like?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's still it's still far more quiet than we're used to with our fans, particularly a home game or a game of this magnitude. When we play these games in LA, but it definitely was more intense, more meaningful than the scrimmages by far.
Frank, it's Dave. I wondered if you could walk us through what you got out of LeBron on that possession where he's able to follow up his shot and put the go-ahead bucket in, and maybe speak to his defense tonight too.
Yeah, well, that possession right there, we didn't want to call a timeout and give them the ability to sub. So, he's been great in that situation, targeting the defender that he wants to go at. got to the paint, got a good look, and like you said, just followed his shot. A great competitive spirit play, and his defense on the last possession obviously helped secure the game. But all throughout, he was terrific on the ball, and as always, just a quarterback of our defense with his voice calling out coverages.
Allie. All righty. Kyle Goon, please.
All right. You talked, obviously we're in this in right now. You talked to us earlier today about John Lewis and a lot of your feelings about some of the social justice movements going on. What did it feel like to take part in that demonstration during the national anthem today?
Yeah, I was proud to do it, proud to support our players, proud to support the African American community, and proud to support racial justice. We've got the greatest country in the world, but we're flawed. Protesting the way we did, is patriotic. Nonviolent protests are patriotic. And that's what we learned from John Lewis. And, for me to be able to be a part of that, to support racial justice the way we did, I'm very proud to be a part of it. It's not about disrespecting the flag or the military. Nobody supports the military as much as the NBA with the programs that we have. It was just something I was proud to be a part of.